Good day, everyone. Today I'm going to start by showing you, giving you a few tips on how to make milk kefir. We've been making milk kefir for the last 6.5 years regularly, and if I'm not mistaken, we still have the same beads that we started with 6.5 years ago. They keep growing. We've shared some. Sometimes we had to throw some out because we had too many because they keep multiplying and growing. But yeah, it's been awesome. So here's a few tips on how to make homemade milk kefir. First, I'm going to just make homemade milk kefir for you. First, we got the beads. They've been sitting in milk in the fridge for the longest time. Often, it's suggested not to refrigerate them because it slows down the fermentation. It's not necessarily that great for the beads, but it's worked great for us because to refrigerate them. Because if you don't refrigerate them, you got to make lots of milk kefir very often, and we don't use that much milk kefir to keep up with that. So refrigerating it slows down the fermentation, which means that we can take a little longer before we can make more milk kefir. So, but one thing that is very important, these beads are alive, and the milk is their food. They eat the lactose in the milk, and to keep them alive, you got to keep them in milk. And you gotta, within a certain reasonable amount of time, replenish the milk, because as time goes, the lactose in the milk gets eaten up and they won't have any more food anymore. And the more it goes, the stronger it gets, the more it turns into curds and whey. Anyways, here we go. Milk kefir. First step, we'll take we need to strain the beads so that we can put it into fresh milk. So I put it in the strainer in a bowl, and the kefir that is in the strainer is good. We can use it. There, we can use it. It'll be a little strong, but because it's been in there for a little while, but it still will be very good to use. So first thing we do, we got to strain out that milk or that kefir. And as I strain out this kefir, I'll keep on straining it, and I'll come back to you. There, and now I'm done straining it, and so we've got the kefir beads here in the strainer, and the milk kefir that was with the beads in the fridge in the bowl. And so first thing I will do is put it in this big container because I want to make some milk kefir. So I will put it in here. Put all the beads in there. There you go. Then we'll take some milk. Now what's best, health-wise, is to have some organic milk from cows that haven't been given any hormones, and also who have who have been grass-fed. But sometimes that's also more costly. In certain cases might be difficult to find. So what we use is the homogenized milk from the store, and that works fine as well. So you could even use 2% milk. So, but the thing is the fat in the milk is not the issue. So you can have full fat milk and it'll be fine. This eats up all the lactose. It becomes kind of like a lactose-free milk full of probiotic, basically. So, so then we leave it in there. As you've noticed, I had about this much full of kefir beads, and I put about this much milk in my container. So it gives you an idea. I'm used to it. I don't really measure anything. I just kind of roughly put this amount. So then we're going to want to keep this on the counter because we want it to ferment at room temperature for about between 24 to 48 hours. It depends on how strong you want it. So, and I will cover it with some paper towel. You can use cloth to let it breathe. And you just cover it this way, like this. And you leave it on the counter. So, and then I'll take my nice, strong kefir milk and I put it back in the container that it was in, and I'll use that tomorrow morning in a shake, in a smoothie. So, and the homemade milk kefir is much better health-wise than the store-bought stuff. The store-bought stuff is often fermented way less, got just a fraction of the amount of probiotics in it compared to the homemade stuff, and then it's filled with other stuff, with fillers, with sugar, with things like that. So homemade is way better. And depending on how strong you want it, you can you leave it for as long as you want. The longer you leave it, the more that it gets stronger. The more the lactose is gone and the less sweet it is. So, but also the more there are probiotics. So it depends on your level of taste and comfort and what you would, how you would like it to be. So for how long you let it ferment. So another video will come in a day or two when my milk kefir is ready, and I'm ready to strain the beads out of it and put them in the fridge. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. And I think that's all for now. And have yourself a wonderful day. Bye for now. Welcome to Kefir Making 101. So now we're ready to, the kefir is done. So usually, typically we can leave it for anywhere between 24 to 48 hours to let it ferment, depending on how strong a person likes it. So, because as you leave it, the longer you leave it, the stronger it is. This was left actually for more like 65 hours or something like that. So it's actually pretty strong. It's definitely ready. It's more than ready. So yeah. So first thing we will do is we need to put the milk kefir in this container, or any container. You can choose any container that'll fit the amount of kefir that you've made. And we'll strain out the beads. So, because we don't want the beads anymore in there. And we will want to, after that, give the beads some fresh milk. And we're going to put them in the fridge so that they take longer to, so that they can be, so it can slow down the fermentation, and they will be nice for when next time we need to use them. So first thing we do is we put the milk kefir through the strainer so that the milk kefir will go into the container. There, like this. Now I'll put this aside. This will have to be washed later on. And we just keep straining until all the milk kefir's gone through. Using the spatula to gently, without breaking the beads apart, to just gently move things around so that the milk kefir will go through, it's kind of helpful. As you can see, most of it has already gone through. The thick, creamy part is at the top. It is now what's left to go through. So the runnier parts have already gone through. So now we just keep straining. And this is pretty much done. We got some delicious kefir that we can use in our container, and we'll just put the beads in this jar. Like this. There you go. And the beads are in the jar. I've labeled it because I also make yogurt, and it's happened in the past. One time it wasn't labeled and it got mistaken for yogurt. That's not good. So now, like I said, we can't just leave the beads like this. So, because we got to keep them alive, and the milk, the lactose in the milk is their food. So we are going to fill the jar with milk. There we go. Put the lid on there. Now, I'm going to put this on the side. We'll just wipe our kefir container a bit because some of the kefir went on the outside. Got spilled just a tiny bit. There. And there you go. That's it, that's all. It's as easy as that. Just put the lid on there, put everything back in the fridge. The beads. The milk. And the kefir. And now we're ready to drink milk kefir just straight, or we can put them into smoothies. That is really delicious. And we can use them in all sorts of different kinds of recipes, and make all sorts of things with them, with the kefir. It's awesome. So one tip is any ferment, never ferment with honey, because honey has an antibiotic, a natural antibiotic in it, and it'll kill any probiotic that you are trying to ferment. You can always put a little bit of honey, let's say in yogurt, afterwards, just as you're eating it. It will kill off some of the probiotic, but nothing major. You'll still have plenty of probiotic, but never ferment with it. So, yeah, and that's my tip for today. Have a great day.